I decided I need to do a WandaVision video before the new episode comes out because I missed like a lot of episodes before deciding to do this. I don't know why, because I take Fridays off. But anyway, it takes time to film and edit and write notes, and I don't always have it. I try. But anyway, I did write notes, as you know, because I always write notes. And I'm trying a new way of doing the podcast. I'm going to film it in segments, probably not even all at once, and then put it all together. So, this is segment 1. We're going to start with WandaVision, of course, because I just said that. So, big surprise to absolutely nobody. Agnes is Agatha Harkness. Everyone knew that. I mean, that's not a big surprise. I'm still waiting for that big cameo they're promising. Paul Bettany says it's someone he's always wanted to work with, but leads me to believe it's not Doctor Strange because they were both in Infinity War. However, and this is interesting though, I don't think they ever shared any scenes together. Vision and Doctor Strange. I don't think they ever shared scenes. So technically, even though they were in the same movie, they didn't actually work together. I don't think. I haven't seen it in a while, but I don't think they did. No, they couldn't have, because Vision was in Wakanda, and Doctor Strange was in space. And, question, where'd the twins go? Are they really just a manifestation of Wanda's mind, like they are in the comics originally, until they weren't? So, do they exist? Do they not exist? Did they leave the Hex? No one knows yet. Did Agnes destroy them? Are they now the Senor Scratchy? We'll find out. I hope, anyway. I kind of hope they aren't real, because I don't really see how that's going to work going forward. Because I don't think they're going to keep Vision alive. I mean, that's just my theory, but I don't think they are. But maybe they are. I mean, he's died a couple times in the comics, and the Vision and the twins weren't originally real in the comics, and then they were. And the Vision is brought back to life. Because nobody ever stays dead in the comics, unless you're Bucky Barnes, and then they bring him back. So, I should probably read some more of these comics instead of just going by what other people tell me. But I have a hard time actually reading comics because there's so little words and just mostly pictures. I don't like this. And is Pietro really Pietro? I don't think so. Because Wanda didn't even recognize him at first. Pietro knows nothing of their childhood. You notice Wanda's been testing him. And he doesn't know any of it. And he could be Pietro, but not her Pietro. Because we know he is the Pietro from the X-Men universe, which Disney now owns. So this could be a part of opening up that multiverse that we will be seeing more of going forward, as evidenced by both Far From Home and the upcoming Doctor Strange 2, which is literally entitled The Multiverse of Madness. And we know Scarlet Witch is in it, though we do not know exactly what's going on with that. So, I think that's going to be interesting. And secretly, I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., okay? And there have been so many Easter eggs. Now, honestly, I really don't think they're going to bring it back. And then using WandaVision to do it be kind of weird, because none of those characters really had anything to do with what's going on in WandaVision. But I really want Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to return. So I wouldn't be, completely surprised. But, they got the hula girl in the van, which, if you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Skye had them. They've got a secret arrow engineer, which the literally only character on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that could be is Fitz. But Fitz retired. But, he could come out of retirement. Come save the world and all that fun stuff. It doesn't really fit in with how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ended, though. But, who knows? They haven't exactly paid a lot of attention to, continuity in the Marvel Universe, if you ask me. They really haven't. But, I don't really think they're going to do it. But I'd be so ecstatic if they did. Now, they've also mentioned WandaVision is set only a few weeks after the event of Endgame, which doesn't really make any sense to me. But maybe maybe they'll explain a little bit more about that, because we know how Endgame ended, and she didn't seem all whacked down at the end of that. So, and we know it's also set before Far From Home, which means anything, that you see in Far From Home. I know people have been saying, oh, that was hinted at here, and now they're doing this here, but that doesn't make sense if they're not doing it in chronological order. Hello, Marvel. Chronological order is much better. What is it lately about them just throwing things in willy-nilly? I mean, we got WandaVision that comes before Far From Home, but it's right after Endgame. We've got Black Widow that's set before Infinity War. We've got, well, we don't know for sure yet, but the Falcon and Winter Soldier was meant to air before WandaVision. And, I mean, hello. I like chronological order. It makes so much more sense. Now, again, an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. storyline. Darkhold, which could be the book in Agnes or Agatha's basement. I know that's a big fan theory, and it is quite possible. Darkhold was a huge, huge storyline in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. In fact, it was partly used to build the framework, which is like a virtual reality if you haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I think it is possible that perhaps the whole Hex and everything is some sort of virtual reality. Maybe Wanda started it, but Agatha has expanded it. I don't think Wanda's fully in charge, but that's just me. Now, another thing too, the Nexus is another Easter egg from Age of Ultron, which is how Tony, Iron Man, found Ultron in Age of Ultron. So, and I'm still very convinced that movie has something to do with everything going on in WandaVision, because the past several episodes, but not the first couple, that's been suggested viewing. Now, I know, technically, it's still part of the whole universe. It probably has to do with however they do their suggested, whatever you call it, I don't know. But I just find that very interesting. And I'm also very still convinced that Hydra has something to do with this. There's been a lot of clues to that. I know I got in a whole online argument over at comicbook.com about how people are just reading too much into this whole Hydra and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Easter eggs. And I'm going, yeah, but they're there. And Marvel is well known for sticking in some Easter eggs. And then, people don't necessarily notice them. And then, boom, they mean everything. And the most minor things mean everything. I mean, Endgame. It was literally a rat that shot Ant-Man out of the quantum. So, I mean, that's a little thing. But this big little rat here became the giant hero that, started everything. The time heist. And so, yeah, I am not convinced that Wanda is fully in charge. I do think she started it. I do think it has gone way beyond what she was able to control or had in mind, maybe, because there's been several instances that she's been really kind of surprised by what happened, such as the twins aging, such as, well, the twins in general. I don't think that was really part of her plan. But, and Pietro, I don't think she called for Pietro. And if she did, she would have asked for the one she wanted in the first place, her actual brother. So, I don't know. A lot seems to... We only have a few episodes left for all these things to be answered, and I really don't think everything's going to be answered. I think we're going to have to watch Doctor Strange 2 for some final answers. I think they're going to wrap up some of the major storylines, maybe, hopefully, but I don't think everything will get wrapped up. I think that is going to lead into Doctor Strange 2, and some things in Doctor Strange 2 really are not going to make sense unless you've seen WandaVision first. And I don't really think that's fair of you, Marvel and Disney, to make sure people have to subscribe to your service in order to watch the new movies. But that's not really my problem, because I already have Disney Plus. And this is why I got it, just for WandaVision. because as y'all know, I am a WandaVision. I am a Scarlet Witch cosplayer, and she is my favorite Avenger. Always has been. My girl can take down Thanos, so, you know. Alright, so I would love to hear your thoughts, theories. Let me know. And I'm going to be putting this into the bigger vlog, but I'm going to post this one on Instagram. You can also find it on Facebook, and it's too long for TikTok. I have trouble with TikTok because you can only have a minute-long videos. So you can find me there on Instagram, Facebook, and I'm probably going to upload it on Tumblr, but we'll see. And yeah, so I'll see y'all later. Let me know. I would love to know some thoughts. I love to talk theories. Let me know. Have a good one.